how to deal the most damage with your strikes. This guide is going to give you a rundown of all the top areas that you want to be striking if you want to be dealing the most damage to your opponents. Okay, first of all, the head. On the head, there's 2, maybe 3 areas that you should be aiming to strike. The chin, temples, and maybe the nose. The chin and temple are the most bang for buck areas because they cause the most knockouts to the head. Getting hit correctly in the chin will cause your head to spin quickly, which stretches and shears your brain's tissues, potentially causing a loss of consciousness. Similarly, getting hit in the temple causes your brain to rock back and forth, doing a similar thing to your brain, causing potentially a loss of consciousness. Now for your nose can break if it's hit at the right angle. There's no question about that. That's got to be very painful. And it causes your eyes to well up with tears, which obviously is not good. So when you're striking, don't aim for their head, aim for one of these 3 targets. Probably the chin or the temple if you're trying to knock them out. Now in the torso, there are 2 main spots you should be focusing for the torso. One of them is the liver and one of them is the solar plexus, which technically still is the liver. These 2 areas cause very similar sensations, which is surprisingly much more painful than getting hit in the head. Getting hit in the liver or the solar plexus triggers the vagus nerve, which is in control of involuntary body functions like heart rate and blood pressure. So this nerve triggering causes a rapid decrease in blood pressure, which is the reason people drop when they're hit in these areas, even when they're fully conscious. The interesting thing about these areas is the pain can stack up over multiple punches. For example, if you get hit once and it's kind of all right, but you can push through it, if you get hit in that area again, it feels a lot more sensitive. So once you get hit multiple times, it starts to get really painful, even with light shots. So if you want to deal damage to your opponent, target the body over and over again and it will pay its dividends. Getting hit in the solar plexus or the liver also really impairs your breathing, making it hard basically to take full breaths. You have to start taking these short little breaths. And obviously not having proper breathing in a fight is really bad. So if you want to mess up the opponent you're fighting, target the liver, which is on the right side, and the solar plexus, which is right where your sternum is. Targets to aim for on the legs. There are 3 ethical spots you should target for the legs and 1 not so ethical spot. The 3 ethical spots which you should be targeting is the inside thigh, outside thigh, and the calf. And the one very controversial spot is the kneecap, which is targeted through oblique kicks, which for obvious reasons you don't want to be doing too often. The inside and outside thigh are targeted with hard and well-placed leg kicks, usually just this much above the kneecap, which is where the muscular protection is the lowest. Targeting this area can be enough to actually finish a fight. Targeting this area on your opponent makes it very difficult for them to start to bear weight on their leg and takes their attention away from protecting their upper body, which can set up upper body knockouts. Now finally, the calf. The calf kick is more commonly used in MMA rather than kickboxing or Muay Thai, just because of the more spread stances. Being hit in the calf, specifically this area just below the knee, can cause numbness in your opponent's leg, loss of control of the muscles, or an inability to bear any weight on the leg, not to mention the pain. There we go. So these places are the most common places that you will see knockouts in MMA. So if you want to literally just destroy your opponents, target these areas. If you want to see more videos like this from a small YouTuber centered around helping you improve at MMA around other life commitments such as work or uni, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.